we're gonna start it even though they technically haven't started, because there were some issues with team rosters that I think are fixed, so hopefully they'll be starting soon. But I do need to flip the sides because they always do this to me, where they start on one side and then decide to psych me out.
All right, looks like we're gonna start it right here now. Look
Really?
at that. Yeah,
Nice.
they're doing the readies right now.
Excellent. So that was perfect timing.
Yeah, honestly,
It's
it was.
almost like I'm psychic.
Now arriving at Ilios.
True.
I know. And we're starting on Ilios. Ruins.
It should be a good matchup. I want to say these teams are pretty evenly matched.
It's a good sniper map to start up on.
Yeah.
Initiate
Now,
This
I
looks like
do want to start off with Koski informed me that he will be playing healer this match, which
So
as
he's
a
throwing.
support main myself leaves so much opportunity for me to cast. I'm so
Yes.
excited for this. Love Koski. He's a sweet kid and excited to see this game. Also, Fangori on the other team of LA Ninja Way is also an old friend. It looks like she'll be doing DPS this game, even though she's also known as a pretty decent tank. And we do have two Widowmakers.
Yeah,
Double
Microtech was a pretty decent widow. I mean, we only really got a scrim against him, so it's not like I've really seen him in a game per se. But he was pretty good at the scrim.
Yeah.
It's a good widow map, so maybe he'll have some success here. We'll
We
see.
have two double sniper comps, so double sniper versus double sniper, except on the side of LA Ninja Way,
Tank lines are
we
different.
have the Diva as well as the Moira. But let's see if these widows can make anything happen. Up. An interesting grapple choice for the first. I know I'm not a widow player, so no judgment. Maybe that's the strat, is the low ground. We're looking for nothing.
They're both actually low ground at the moment.
Well, they possibly
anti out
this
here.
was expecting, as they're just kind of cycling around, peeking. Let's check on the other widow, who gets a nice pick onto Fangori. Excellent. Oh, the other widow's there. Does she see it? Spots her. Looking for the enemy widow.
Going strong.
Yeah, as the Ryan's gonna start coming in and just taking out as Hanzo, Vex, and Koski Kid just destroy with Microtech's getting an excellent opening pick that just opened it up for the Dallas Doorknobs to just take
Go
the first
figure.
capture on this point. I know.
Koski plays Reddit Lucio.
Let's watch the boy work.
The hype train's real.
The hype train is real.
That was a good save though for his Zarya there with a little boop.
True, yeah.
Fang's looking like she's gonna take
We
a
have a
flank
shatter
grab
here. Let's see if they want to use shatter this fight. They have shatters on both sides, but we have the nano and the boost on the other. There's the shatter coming out, and it doesn't get anything but the Zarya on the right. There's no things. Shatter into the shield on the side of the LA Ninja Way. Ryan anti, but this Ryan does go down, and it's just the Widows dueling as the tanks are coming onto point on the side of Evan Drakes. Just gonna slap the Hanzo in the corner for a couple times and take over the capture point.
I don't want to stop your little train you were on there, but I did just fucking watch Koski get taken down by Fangor in the 1v1.
Well, I mean, he is Lucio. Maybe he'll learn that that's not exactly. Oop, and he's gonna eat a bullet from the Widow. And the second bullet from the Widow. That's unfortunate. They're already down. One player. They're gonna just back. Oh, it's Fang. Is it so? Right now, LA Ninja Way is really running this double sniper well. They have an excellent, not exactly a crossfire since the snipers are both on the right side. Death by the skill orb. As we're just kind of peeking. Fang's looking for a sneaky angle up on the right. As it looks like they're going up.
Wow, Fang gets a nice shot on Microtech there as Microtech went
stuck
for
on
the
a
snipe.
Yeah. Let's just watch and see if they can push in through what looks like Fangori gets another pick on the Hanzo.
Nice.
Again, this double sniper just seems to be working now that they have control of the point. It just seems to be working very well for LA Ninja Way with both Fangori and Microtechs getting decent picks.
Yeah, this is a tough choke to tough choke to push through. There we go. That's what I was trying to say. It's really tough, especially when the team's pushed up as far as LA Ninja Way is right now. Because you expect them to have ults if they're holding this close.
They have Dragon, they have Grizz, they just got several ults. It's going to start with Coalescence with the Nano onto the sights for all it's good for, as well as a Dragon coming across point. Shatter comes into a shield, immediately dies, as it's just the supports and Fromage on points. Beat comes out from the side of Dallas Storm. I was countered by a Shatter from LA Ninja Way. As it looks like There's also a pick from the Widows. There's also a grab coming out from Fromage onto the tanks here. A Dragon
That's
followed
a
up
big
with a good
dragon.
combo. Gets the Lucio, gets the Reinhardt. Now it's just the Moira. Oh, Moira's just the last on point as Ruby King
Vex
goes down
rolls
to the,
in right there at the
yeah.
end too to get a little kill.
And it looks
Nice.
like, yeah.
Dallas is going to take point back. I mean,
Oh,
it is one fight territory
and
though here for Los
Koski's gonna
Angeles.
get the double kill. He's probably losing his goddamn mind. Guys,
I'm sure.
Koski is popping.
He's neat.
I'll have you know.
Yeah.
He's popping. 2
LA
kills,
Ninja Way,
he's
though,
popping.
Did do a very good job of putting this into one fight territory. They
They
only
did.
do have one ult walking into this, but it's one more ult than the enemy team has walking into it as well.
True,
So
that was a lot of ults on both sides. Let's actually go to Ruby King and see if he can get anything with his grab. It's going to be just for Maj and the Wrecking Ball. Can they DPS it down? It looks like there's an anti onto the main line. They're going to get the Wrecking Ball, and then they're immediately going to focus on, never mind, onto the Zarya, off of the Lucio. Zarya's at half as they try and get it down. Fangori gets a good pick onto Microtext, and then Insert with the Coalescence coming out.
Koski looking to stall, but against all odds, I think
Yeah.
he's going to die here shortly. Wrecking Ball manages to get back
yeah.
point.
We have Soldier
This is
and
just a
an Ana.
stall game at this
The Wrecking
point.
Ball looks like the Ana's about to go down to Fangora on the Hanzo. Never mind, Ana manages to escape. It's the Soldier that's going to go down. Well, it's the Wrecking Ball, and now it's just the lone Ana on point. Diva comes in to stall for Maj, trying his best. Gets DMAxed. Koski's back
Koski
on
in. Koski making the
Alrighty
hero
then.
plays. Fighting the Widow.
point. Dies immediately. I think that is... Oh, misses the
Oh.
shatter. Ruby King and Vex is back on point. Misses the charge onto the Wrecking Ball, and the stall from this. Dallas Doorknobs will not take this L quietly. The
No,
first
they won't.
segment of Ilios goes to LA Ninja Way, although that was probably one of the more entertaining games that I've watched.
And honestly, it was a pretty back and forth game. It was 191. They did a very good job of both contesting and retaking too. So
Yeah.
that
Well, I
stall
really
at
think
the
there
end
was
though,
only 3 fights. There was one
Yeah.
really long one, but like,
with a lot of ults.
yeah.
A lot of
I
of
think
Qs
every
ripped out that
ult
middle
except for
fight.
Ruby King's grab.
Essentially.
And it looks like we're swapping over to more divey comps with a Ball Diva.
Bog Hall torture on one side.
Ball Diva on side of the Dallas Doorknobs, the Sombra Genji, and then, oh, never mind, Reinhog. Never mind, we're going to the Ball and Chain
Wow.
with Arisa coming out.
I'm surprised someone's even dusting off an Arisa in this game.
Let's look at Vex. He had some pretty good stall on the Ball. Let's see if he can actually play him in a game when it's not the last 5 minutes. Goes for a boop. Some difficulty. Gets hooked.
Good hook.
But there's a boop from Koski as the Genji manages to get in. This fight's getting kind of slapstick already pretty quick. As it's just the teams, but Blue is on the point while Red has been pushed out. A little slower with the Arisa. Didn't quite manage to get their foot on the point with the shield being kind of misplaced.
It's really tough playing Arisa with the current state she's in, because she's a very static, non-movable hero, and they have a very mobile comp that can go around her. Especially with the Sombra, man. I mean, Sombra's bane of any tank hero's existence.
Yeah. But Dallas Doorknob will take the first point. As
It's nice to see that Evan's a fellow Ryan main at heart. It's so amazing. Play that Ryan.
Koski on heals. Hack onto the Reinhardt
Big
from the
hack
Sombra.
on Ryan.
Minefield comes out with the Dragon
A lot
Blade.
of Qs.
Let's see. We get 3 kills from the Dragon Blade from Microtex.
They're looking for more here too. They're spawn camping Los Angeles.
Yeah, that Reinhardt is low. I can understand the temptation, but I think they have to get out now, which they all understand.
Except for Koski, apparently.
Koski cannot
Sombra's hanging out
as
behind,
Contra
too.
gets picked by Fangori. That's a bad pick. That's their only super. Never mind, they just got beat. But they lost Coalescence, which is a big loss on the side. And Microtex goes down on the early engage from the Hanzo. The Reinhardt. As Legend Blue also gets a pick off to Fromage, as Red is now kind of on this point and just going to take everything. But it looks like Dallas Doorknobs is willing to take this as a clean fight. No ultimates on either side. And just come back stronger with 3 ults on the side of Dallas Doorknob against 3 ults on the side of LA Ninja Way.
That's the best thing you can hope for as Los Angeles, to take the fight pretty easily too, with no ults used.
True.
The only thing is, oh wow. Did Sombra EMP already, or is the Sombra just charging super slow?
Diva Bomb comes out. Doesn't get anything. This is a pretty tanky team and most of them got away. Ball gets hooked by the Hog. almost dies, but doesn't do it quite. Coalescence coming out from Contract, goes into an excellent
Shatter.
Countered by the beat from Koski. It's a good beat to save his team, but both the DPS are down
There's
on
the
the side
Coalescence
of Dallas
return.
Doorknobs, and then a Coalescence coming out from LA Joy, possibly a little excessive given that they are already winning the fight. Oh,
I mean, it's to kill Koski. I approve.
Fromage sacrifices to the pit god. I can only approve.
I will say, I don't think that the Sombra's working for them. I don't remember seeing an EMP yet, which means that they haven't built one yet. It's pretty slow grinding, especially with the team that has so much HP with the Hog and stuff.
True.
Although
I mean,
Microtech is coming up here on another blade,
hack
so...
onto the Reinhardt in that last fight, but yeah.
Ooh.
Oh,
Vex dead immediately.
Unfortunate.
Big
Yeah.
hook coming out from Ruby King here.
Yeah, Ruby King's still sitting on this whole hog. He's had it for 2 fights now. He's just kind of waiting. Hooks in Formage. Gets the Diva Mech low. Diva Mech gets out.
EMP's about to be popped here shortly. Sombra's putting herself in position for it right now.
True.
Sure, they're going to wait for Vex and Vex to come back to this fight here.
They're going to wait for Microtech, would be my guess. Go, go, go. Make the combo happen.
There
Nice.
it is. Ooh, Ruby King gets booped into the well on that one, too.
Yeah.
Pretty good dragons coming out from
Excellent
Fang
combo.
to secure the
Yeah.
point a little bit here. But I think it's just too many
only
ults
gonna
pressed
get the
on the
mech,
side
yeah.
of
Dallas Doorknobs.
Dallas. Yep. Again,
they
though,
got it at
Los
99,
Angeles doing
yeah.
a very good job of making sure that they keep it in one-fight territory when they do lose the point.
True.
And they're going to walk into this fight with 3 ults versus the one from Vex. Although I'm sure that Mara will have her ult before the fight starts.
This shatter. There it goes. Gets Koski. Oh, but booped! Booped. Vex saves his captain. High Dude comes out from the side of Hinata, and it looks like
Sombra.
it looks like Ruby King's hacked right now, so Whole Hog isn't an option. But Whole Hog comes out as soon as the hack wears off to just get everyone off the point. Gets the Hog, and it looks like LA Ninja Way will take this. As a Diva Bomb comes flying over the thing, as Koski is back on the point for his legendary stall. With Microtech on the Genji, looking to see if he can get a pick, gets stunned, but manages to get out. Koski's just on this wall, doing his best to stay alive as the baby Diva dives. We now have a Junkrat on point. Coalescence coming out from the side of Dallas Doorknob, countered by the beat from the LA Ninja Way. As it looks like beat coming out from Koski, again countered by Coalescence from Insert this time. We've officially flipped sides as this stall is going on as
Very
Microtech
dangerous
finally
game.
goes down. But Koski gets Ruby King!
Yeah.
As Vex
I'm
is
actually
still on
surprised.
point. Yeah, and Koski finally dies, and it's finally over.
Victory.
Koski's playing a very dangerous game with Ruby there. He was trying to 1v1 the Hog.
But he won twice. Good for him.
Play of the game.
And the play of the game goes to Microtech, who had some good early picks as Widow. So did Hinata.
No one can hide from my sight.
There we go.
With the SMG. Wow, Fang doing a lot of work there, it looks like, too. Ruby King as well. Oh, Moira's in the heal sheet, so snooze.
Yeah. But that is going to be one for the LA Ninja Way. Ruby did pop off. Ruby had a very good Hog. But Koski's surprisingly good Lucio.
Yeah, I mean,
if
well,
only we had known last season.
true. He probably would have played in the playoffs, so. Because we were missing motion right around the time that we needed a Lucio player.
True.
I would say though these teams seem pretty evenly matched. The tank lineups, it doesn't seem like there's anything really too overpowering as far as I would say one tank line's doing better than the next. DPS, it does seem though that Los Angeles Ninja Way is favoring that duel. Microtech doing his best, but just can't get the picks when you have 2 snipers looking at you instead of just 1.
True.
I will say though, I did see again, the only thing I would criticize Dallas for was that Sombra pick. I don't think that worked. I think Sombra works well there, but gotta switch off if you can't get that ult. Yeah.
For the EMP. She's
Yeah,
such an
3
EMP
fights in.
dependent hero. Like you have to farm
Exactly.
fast, otherwise her utility goes way down. But
Well, I mean, I could understand if it was used just to hack like the Ryan and stuff like that too. That's still big value, especially in the lineup that they were running. But it's really tough to do that without getting pinged from somebody else from somewhere.
True. But it is Dallas Doorknobs map pick. It should be a 2 CP map if I'm remembering the rules correctly. So they get to pick some of the most favorite maps in Overwatch. They could.
Hanamura. I'm not mad at that.
They're picking Hanamura. Okay. Is Hanamura, you think, the top, like, most well-liked 2CP map, or is it Volskaya?
I would say it's probably a toss-up between the two. It depends on what your team likes to run. If you like run the Pharah and like Doomfist and things like that, I'd say you'd probably want
So if you
Volskaya.
have yellow on your team.
Yeah. Well, yellow, like, or a Hanzo player, I'd say you probably want to run Volskaya. But Hanamura's, I mean, it's really good for like rush comps, like Reapers, Maze, things like that. So it just really depends on what your team runs.
True. Yeah.
This,
although,
I mean, especially now with Ball Hog being the thing, Hanamura is kind of a chill one to play.
true.
Volskaya, I feel like, has a harder point to walk into.
True. It is called Drawskaya for a reason.
Yeah.
And it looks like no swaps on either side as we go into Hanamura. Unless I missed a
Traveling
swap.
to Hanamura.
Let's double
No,
check.
well, I mean, Dallas doesn't have a chance to swap.
Nope.
I think that they're going to run this until they can't.
Yeah, and it looks like no swaps on the side of LA Ninja Way. Although perhaps a swap of roles. Unless people are
Initiating
memeing
match.
in the time between. Let's see.
Maybe in the time between.
Yeah. It's the new
I really
hot
want to
phrase
see
that
at
all the
least
kids
one
are saying.
Torb hammer kill.
I don't.
Yeah,
I
just
don't
one.
think Microtex
I don't
is
think we're
actually
gonna get
going with the Torb. I could be wrong. He's not bad.
I mean, it's not bad on
Yeah.
defense.
Although Microtex was running the Widow, so you would think that would be the hit scan player, and maybe they'd want to run an Ashe and have.
Torb is
someone-
hit scan.
Ready
I
for
thought he was
battle.
True story.
projectile.
Nah, he's hit scan. Best way to deal with the fair.
Are
I promise you, I'm not
you're
lying to you.
fucking with me.
I would never. I would never.
Oh boy, but it looks like we're not.
I mean,
gonna
he's
see
that weird in between, to be fair.
He is. We're gonna have double projectile with Fromage on the Junkrat and Microtex on the Pharah with a Rhine Zarya, and then an Ana and
I
Koski
like
on
the role swaps here
Mercy.
too.
Koski on the Mercy.
Crimson's actually a pretty good off tank here. Crimson on the Hanzo.
Deadstock, if you're listening, please message Bambi right now. Say she needs to see this. We gotta get Bambi here. That was a good jump. Alright, let's actually watch this game instead of making fun of Koski, although that is the reason I took
This choke is gonna hurt for red team here.
True. We have Rhine Zaryas on both sides, although we have a Hanzo Tracer. As Rhines are in, red team's in, just smacking at each other, red Reinhardt goes down. So that's Even Drakes from LA Ninja Way. Fire Strike goes into the tiny room, hits someone. Also Hinata going down, 2 Microtex in the sky. As these 4 players are just kind of
definitely in
stuck
trouble,
here
yeah.
in this tiny room. They have a Reinhardt pushing into them. As Fromage does go
Nice,
down.
get a kill there.
But Microtex is still getting good picks. Gonna take down Fang, solo. Fang finally goes down, and now it's just the Lucio and the Zarya kind of stuck up with the Reinhardt. Has joined the behind enemy lines. Actually gonna get a pick off of on Vex.
Stay in the room, guys. What are you doing? The fair is gonna kill you all.
I mean, Sphera's low. Couldn't win this. They also have a soldier coming in, as that boop doesn't quite work for Microtex, as he's getting shot down by the soldier. As it looks like Evan Drakes is actually going to take 2, as Insert is also going to take 2. Never mind. Evan Drakes is going to get 1 as they claim point A. While the Pharah and the soldier were dueling in that tiny room. We still have Vex alive, but he's backed
Good
off.
target
to point
focus
B
here
as
from-
Fangori takes out the pharmacy.
Yeah.
Nice.
It's very good target focus. Both of the DPS there immediately turned to focus that Pharah when she pulled in. Microtech now swapping to the Widow. Signature character I'm sensing of his. Or hers.
Shatter comes
Good
out from
block,
Vex with
Shatter.
Coalescence, but it's blocked. Microtex gets 2 picks as Contrad goes down to Insert from the Coalescence.
Koski on the
We have a
Brigitte.
Brig who immediately gets slapped out. Fromage down to the Shatter and then immediately cleaned up with Fire Strike. Vex just dies to a hammer swing. As
Yeah, that was an
Hanzo
unlucky swing.
Gets slapped out. Microtex is going to get destroyed by this Reinhardt as you cannot remove Evan Drakes from this point. The Tire comes out but doesn't get anything. No, Insert gets Microtex on the Widow. Ball comes out.
Koski
Reinhardt
playing this Brigitte like a main tank right now, man.
how she's meant to be played.
Wild.
Sights comes out, as well as a beat from LA Ninja Way, trying to desperately clean up this second point. Two go down. Grab comes out from LA Ninja Way, gets the ball. Immortality comes out to protect him, although, and he survives to continue to stall on this point. But we haven't seen a kill from the blue team onto LA Ninja Way, so it's a 6-man team still on this point as they desperately try to stall it with the Tracer touching, the ball touching, and Doofus touching. Grab comes out onto the side. It gets 3, but there's no damage to follow it up, so they stay alive. Brigitte comes out to try and help stabilize on the second point, but it's still 6 people, and they can't kill LA Ninja Way.
Koski doing his damnedest to try to get a kill. Koski finally gets a kill.
He gets a
Blocks
kill,
the
but
shatter too.
Oh,
good pin from
LA
Evan.
Ninja Way is just
Vermont's the
cleaning
last
up Dallas
person.
Doorknobs. I'm here.
They'll
I
get
was
it.
summoned. Oh, Bambi,
Oof.
Koski, you missed the Koski mercy. I think actually maybe with the delay you haven't missed it, but it was a thing for like 2 seconds,
Switching sides.
and it
I mean,
was hilarious.
He was the only person there to get the kill during that team fight.
Match.
Brigitte to OP. Please nerf. Wait, did I mute myself here?
No, you're not muted. All right. Well, that was a very good attack. It was literally one. Well, we had a little bit of a iffy start on point A with kind of 3
Yeah.
players abandoned
I
in
mean-
this tiny little halfway house, but the point B attack was flawless with LA Ninja Way just essentially
Ready for
like shoving their way onto point B and just refusing to die. Also, Bambi, I'm glad you saw a little bit of it. I don't know that we're ever going to see it again.
Attackers incoming in 30 seconds.
And I don't know. They're probably switching. I don't think it's legal to swap from a support character to a DPS character within a map. Is
So
it?
you can only do that between rounds, not during rounds.
So
As
is
you
this-
go from attack to defense, you can swap, but you can't swap while you're currently attacking.
Can you clarify that
defending.
for me? Because I was under the impression. Can you just double check the rules for me? I guess it's
100%.
too late
We argued about this last week.
now. Okay.
It's in the rule book as I stated.
All right, so we're seeing a Monkey Reinhardt coming out for the defense with Evan Drake still on the Reinhardt, or
interesting.
from the attack. Evan Drake still on the Reinhardt. They're going left. Microtex is very low. They're going to try and teleport her straight to point with a Spark Strat. I see you, Koski. That's our strat. Is it descends into a slap fight on point with the Mei there. Gets
They
one
gotta
down.
get that Zarya down.
But it looks like LA Ninja Way is wise to their ways and was able to get back to point quickly enough and to just clean them up with Evan Drake's just being a dominating Reinhardt and saying, no way, this is LA Ninja Way's point.
Yeah, they really had to get that Ruby King down there. Ruby King was just zapping that Ryan from behind.
But that is a Spark strat from last season.
It
by
is,
the way.
100%. I mean, it's a Spark strat, but it was a League strat.
It's true.
I think the Spark started it, but eventually most of the league adopted it.
Also, Evan Drake's at 70% to shatter.
Yeah,
with-
he's doing very well on Ryan this round.
True. And we have Microtex back on the Widow,
Good wall
sniping
there.
into the shield, as it looks like they're going to go try and get into this tiny room. But Fangori gets a pick onto the Zarya. That's a terrible pick. Shatter goes into a shield, but they still get 2 picks. Pin into nothing as it looks like Mirex's charge didn't quite work out for him as Koski goes down to the Zarya and Microtex grapples out to safety. Run away, Microtex, and just hope they don't
Hide.
chase you. Nope.
Or
Gotta
not.
get cocky
Okay.
and eat an arrow from Fangori. Almost
Bang
coming up
again,
on
just
window from
uncontested
Contract.
in this
True.
high spot here.
Let's spectate some of Fangori. Almost at Dragons, but Grab is only at 70%, so may save it, may not. Coalesce is coming out from Dallas Doorknobs. Window also coming out from Dallas Doorknobs. Dragon comes out to counter, and it's going to get Fromage on the Moira.
Weird angle on the dragon.
This Vex does get
Get that
Ruby
hit
King,
going.
so that's Zarya down, but Insert gets Koski Kid with the skill orb. I don't think this Reinhardt
Good
realizes
block
that-
by Evan.
Yeah. High Noon comes out from Hinata, gets 2, as we just clean up. Excellent shot onto Microtex there as I back out of Fangori's perspective. As LA Ninja Way defends point A successfully again, but we are coming up on a blizzard from the attacking team.
Also, LA Ninja Way doing a good job cycling their ults. They used 3 to win that fight, but they have 2 coming back up here in a second. So
True, both tank ults coming online, but we have the blizzard ready, so it's a matter of will they get it and will they execute good.
Koski
Blizzard
playing
right now, Koski.
really
Yeah,
aggressive.
it's too aggressive. Shatter comes out. I don't think it gets anyone. Blizzard comes out to counter it. Although Hinata and I believe Fangori gets
Evan
2
gets the
picks.
charge through to save his life too.
It doesn't look like this attack is gonna work out, Dallas.
Koski MOWL is just a little off this game.
Unfortunate. And we still have 3 ultimates on the side of LA Ninja Way
Ooh.
with this grab waiting to be deployed. And it's gonna be deployed right now as the dragon's gonna come out, get that immortality field, and it looks like it's gonna be
Big dragons.
the end of
Microtech
Dallas
is
Doorknobs,
still
even though
alive.
Microtech does get 2 picks. A little uncontested, but has to run away as his team falls. But one Widow cannot claim.
I think I'm gonna give Fangor my gold star this round. She just baited Koski into the kill corner and got a headshot on him.
Microtech setting up again.
Yeah, Microtech's really loving this Widow. I don't think he. I also want to say I don't think he plays any other character.
No, he played the Pharah very well first round.
Oh, true. You're right.
His Widow is quite dominant as
Big shatter
comes
to
out,
save
countered
that.
by grab. Coalescence comes out from the side of Dallas, but goes down pretty much immediately to Hinata. Vex and Hanzo are on point. Beat comes out, gets shattered as the Beat. Oh, and then the Blizzard. Is this going to be finally Dallas Doorknob taking this point in overtime? As Koski and Microtech look, they finally have fallen into. They managed to get their tanks on point with a Blizzard. And I think that's point A to Dallas.
Personne n'échappe à mon regard.
So Dallas did take that point, but it took every ult in their economy to do it.
They
The only one that they really
used
have
Sight.
is Sights here. That's
And
active.
Sights is active
Yes.
right now at this very moment, which seems a little mistimed to me, but again, not a Widow player. I don't understand the intricacies. Happy to admit
I want
that.
to know where they were on high ground, if they're going to take low ground, stuff like that. Looks like Microtech is set up in response to that, so. Hinata, though, waiting on high ground, because he absolutely has high noon.
Oh, immediately gonna eat shit because there's no one from his team to support him, or their team, sorry, I don't know. Widow's gonna grapple in on the top left, gonna pick Fangori as Evan Drakes has a moment where it looks like there must be a pause. I'm assuming it's because Evan Drakes was standing still. But Microtech just got 2 picks. So really loving this Widow and performing well on it. It's just a struggle for Dallas Doorknobs to get their tanks on point and to get them to claim space. Like, I don't think Microtech is doing work here.
Yeah, but the issue was, so you can't see because I think you have chat squelched.
Mm-hmm.
But they Blue called for pause and then killed 2 anyways.
Oh.
Oh.
Hmm.
It's a little weird because everyone was standing still. Microtech is absolutely a good Widow. You can absolutely get those picks anyways. But I think everyone was expecting the game to be paused, so.
Ah. A little fishy.
It was, but that would also explain. Apparently, Crimson walked into them because his frames were at 10 and he didn't realize where he was. So,
Ah.
yeah. It's just a little weird, champs. But again, we have Hinata still on the high ground. He does have high noon.
Oh, and
So,
we're back.
ooh, Hinata playing a dangerous game there.
Microtech is being fully supported, pocketed by both the Moira and the Baptiste. Koski can get to pick onto Hinata. That was the one ult on the side of LA Ninja Way. As
Here
Vex
comes Blue
charges
here.
in onto point B. Moira comes down to support him as the Reinhardts are just slapping at each other. Genji's dashing through. Coalescence comes out from the side of LA Ninja Way, so they decide to make an aggressive defense here. Hinata's gonna get a pick, but immediately picked off by Microtech from the side of Dallas. Ruby King gets Vex. This is now just the Zarya, Genji, and Moira on point. Ruby King kills himself.
Looking
Grab
like
comes
Blue may
out.
actually get it here.
As Koski
Blade from
cleans up with a
Koski
grab
there.
blade. High Noon comes out, but it's the deflect. It's only going to get Fromage as the deflect doesn't kill him, unfortunately. Koski is going to go down to the flashbang from Hinata as it is Zarya versus Zarya with a McCree shooting bullets into the back and a Widow on the high ground providing support. But now that the Zarya is down, it looks like LA Ninja Way is going to continue to defend, although
Microtech
is
continuing to do work
having
here, though,
the
man.
time of their life, uncontested on this high ground, although they have brought out the Tracer to deal with this Widow on the high ground. As Koski kills the Tracer
Yeah,
with Hinata's
double
flashbang
kill.
and then kills Hinata, dashing through the tanks. As Virex, I keep wanting to say Virex, but it's just Vex. I'm sorry. Gets a good shatter from the grab. Coalescence comes out from Mirage to help support the team, but it looks like Vex has already gone
Zari's
down.
rolling in here too
Koski.
now.
Zari
Whoop.
is going to get charged off a point as Fromage dies, and it looks like LA Ninja Way is going to stabilize as we're creeping into one fight territory. As these heroes, they really can't afford to get picked now. They only have window going into this next fight. Well, they're pushing into a Shatter and a Coalescence. Let's see.
Ooh, the 1v1 here.
Oh,
Come on, Fang.
Koski and Fang on Tracer.
Fangor is playing a pretty bloodthirsty
Koski's
situation.
probably
She's
desperately,
absolutely hunting
well,
down
Koski's
those.
desperately farming this Dragon Blade because they need it. They desperately
True.
need it for this fight.
Hanada's
And
coming up here on high noon here too.
he needs to go contest that, and I see him trying. Shatter comes out, it looks like, from LA
Got
Ninja
the
Way. He's
support.
not going to get anyone. Coalesce
One
is
of them.
coming out also from LA Ninja Way, and that Ruby King's going to kill the Immortality Field. Winston's out. Evan Drakes charges Contrad off the point. Insert's going to get more Maj. Koski Kid's going to get Evan Drakes. Finally going to get that Dragon Blade. Beat's going to come out, but not soon enough to save Insert. As Ruby King's going to clean up Vex, and then Legend Blue is going to clean up Koski Kid. And Microtex, in the true Widow fashion, does not make it to point.
True. I will say though, Microtex, man, if they could have taken advantage of the fact that he was getting kills, man, he was just killing their entire team there.
True. Again, I think Dallas has the pieces to make it work because they have the
Yeah.
DPS. They don't have a turret. Like Vex can get good shatters and have good play. Hanzo, is that Crimson? Is the Hanzo but with the funky
Yes.
font? Okay, Crimson
Yes.
was there to support when he wasn't on 10 frames per second, and they have the support. It's just that I think they need a little more time to gel together. But right now, that is another map going to LA Ninja Way. And it is again a Dallas Doorknobs map pick. This time, I believe it's hybrid? Is it hybrid? Well, is it hybrid or not? I know you're typing, but
Sorry. I can actually check for you right now. I am not sure the way the map order goes. I have yet to play a game this season.
well, we've only played one game this season, so.
Yeah, I know. True. There we go, 4.5.
Well,
It's going to be control, assault, escort, hybrid, and overtime is control as well. So it should be an escort this round.
okay, so not a hybrid.
Hybrid followed the last, yeah.
Excellent. Okay. Yeah, but this is match point for LA Ninja Way. If they manage to pull
It
out this
is.
win, it will be their game.
I want to say that'll also be their first one of the season, so they'll be 1-1.
I believe this is only their second game, although, so.
Yeah. This is a short season, though.
True.
Everyone counts.
True, true. When does the season end? December?
Just as I closed it up, too, you asked. This season ends the week of.
The week off.
The week of 11/30/20, so right after Thanksgiving.
As Pons comes to say hi. You want to say hi, Pons? Say hi. Hello.
Okay, so this season technically ends probably November 29th, if I were to really guess. Because I don't think we're running finals on a Monday.
Probably
That'd be
not.
weird.
Alright, well, it looks like we're going to go on to Havana as the escort map
Havana.
of choice. Makes sense. They have a very strong Widow on their team, and this is a very Widow-friendly map. Play to their strengths.
No. I will say though, I am pretty happy how evenly matched these teams are.
Yeah.
They've definitely made this game an interesting. It's not a snoozer one way or the other. It made it interesting to watch all the way.
Exactly. It's my cat. Hello. She's so sweet to me right before I feed her.
Of course. She wants something from you.
Traveling
Exactly.
to Havana.
No, she's sweet all the time. She just doesn't understand that she can't eat people food. Which, I mean, makes sense. Like, we have no way to communicate. I have no way to tell her that she won't like broccoli if she tries it. And that it will make her sick.
Initiating match.
She's just like, you're eating it. I should
Yeah,
also
but like
be
it's
allowed.
food.
It is
Let
food.
me consume it too.
I know. This is also the same cat that will eat my plants until she throws up. So, like, you know, love her, but her brain is the size of a walnut. Yeah. She's not gonna get any spelling bee medals or science fair wins anytime soon.
Ready for
Partly
battle.
because she's a cat and partly because she big dumb.
True. I mean, your cat's gonna cure cancer. I have faith.
My cat's gonna cure cancer.
Yes.
That would be the twist of the century.
Attackers
As we have
incoming
Dallas
in
defending
30
Dr.
again.
Palms in the laboratory.
Yes. With that widow. Are they not set up yet? Oh, I'm not in the Overwatch client. That would be why it's not moving.
They're
Alright.
set up. They're gonna have the Widow pick. They're also gonna have a Junkrat for a lot of spam damage from around these little tight corners.
Let's see what Microtex can get. Crouched up watching the spawn
5,
doors.
4, 3, 2.
Also, apparently, Rodeo,
One.
you're reminiscent of
Attackers
Odd House.
incoming. Stop
Yikes.
the payload.
I don't know that that's a good thing.
It's not. It's 100% not.
Who's
As
saying
another
I'm
pause
reminiscent of?
comes out.
Was it dead?
No.
Who said it?
Of course it wouldn't be dead. He would never say
Yeah,
that
well.
about you. His
You know,
good friend Rodeo.
when Dead's done farting dust, he can come talking about how I'm like Odd House.
Why are we paused? Do you know? Because you have the chat open.
We're paused because someone is going pee-pee. Maybe. I don't know. It's a bathroom break. I don't know exactly what they're doing.
Mm.
Now they're calling each other daddy, and it's getting weird.
See, this is why chat is hidden on
Yes. It's,
on my stream.
trust me, it's for the people watching's benefit more so than the people actually in the game. Man, some of these things that freaking people say in here. It's yikes. It's yikes. I don't think any team was worse than London last year, though.
Mm.
Especially during our scrims. I can honestly say I think of the entire team, maybe Noctua was the only one that wasn't squelched. I do find, though, that we've had less pauses this season as far as the games have gone. So that makes me happy because it's less dead air that we have to fill like this, where we can discuss how Pons is one day indeed going to cure cancer and keep Deadstock alive forever. Which is important because he's getting to that age where he needs to start thinking about
just
those.
deep freeze. Can we deep freeze Deadstock like Walt Disney?
Ooh, that would be interesting.
Like,
That'd
not
be
a
interesting.
famous person, but let's keep Deadstock alive to be resuscitated 500 years in the future as a relic of the past.
I'm still really disappointed he doesn't look like Willie Nelson. Truly disappointed. Like, I heard him talk that one time. I was like, this guy's Willie Nelson. He has to be.
It's Willie Nelson.
On a Harley.
No, his real name is Chuck Tingle, didn't you know?
Come together.
Oh, yeah. True. True.
Up, we have Widow v Widow. Spotted. Who's gonna get the sniper duel? It's gonna be neither of them as they fire shots at each other. Hanada and Microtex having a duel on the side. As we have a dive comp coming out from LA Ninja Way. With, it looks like as soon as I went away,
Ruby
Microtex
went
immediately got
super
killed.
deep there. I think he's going to get the mech
Backing
there.
off. Yeah. Ruby King went deep as Evan Drake's on the monkey, gonna back out with his bubble down. Gets chonked down, but that's gonna be a lot of sports. Nada gets a pick onto Fromage, so this is now a 5v. Well, actually, it's 5v5. Going in, Evan Drake's just trying to see if he can get anything to work. Playing a really passive Reinhardt-like
Nada
Winston.
winning this
Winning
Widow
Widow
duel
duel.
here.
In again, bounced out by Koski, misses the charge from Vex. As Vex is low, Fangori is gonna get 2 picks here. That's not Fangori, that's also not Fangori. There's Fangori! As she's gonna clean this up, but eventually it's gonna go down to Fromage. As it looks like it's just gonna become a fight on point with Hanada set up on this high ground, but it's gonna go down to Microtex. Insert's gonna pick off Fromage. Koski is the lone Lucio contesting on point with Crimson and Contrad.
It's looking like they're about to bring
Beats
this
coming
back.
out to try
Big
and
beat.
stabilize with Dallas Doorknobs. As right now it's just a Winston and Moira desperately trying to battle a Roadhog. As Winston dives the Widow, Widow's just going to peel back, but not going to get back to her Roadhog in time to be
Primal
saved.
used to save his life.
Yeah, as well as a Coalescence to support. With sights out, so they know what's going on. As this is just a slow grinding fight, as Vex is going to get Fangori, Grab's going to come out from the side of the blue team with the Coalescence as well as the tire. Sights also, as it looks like
Blue
Dallas
is gonna
is
stabilize here.
hold
Very
this
nice.
by pressing every Q available to them. So let's go back to Microtext and see what they can get.
Oh, time to accelerate.
They're gonna get a fire strike to the face. That's what they're gonna get. As it looks like we have a fight brewing, again on a Reinhardt instead of Winston. Diva Bomb's gonna go in to try and clear the point. Isn't gonna get anything, gets nothing. But we have Vex isolated on this Roadhog. Heal is down, they're not gonna push it. They're gonna back off. Except for Evan Drakes, who's just sitting on point. Shield's very low. Dragon comes out and countered by Beat. As Dallas and LA Ninja initiate a slap fight of epic proportions. Whole Hog coming out to try and damage down the tanks. Pushes away the Reinhardt. Devex the Diva. It's just a very weird, slow poke fight.
Very
happening on
brawly
point.
fight here.
Yeah, as Microtext takes out Fangori. Insert responds with the Coalescence. Diva almost remax but gets picked by Microtext as Microtext gets 3 in a row. Ending the fight, even though Hinata is peeking, but it looks like Koski Kid himself is gonna go for the Widow and successfully kill her.
That's been a real strong defense here. I thought they were gonna get rolled through point one. They came back with the
Microtext
spawns.
gets another pick. Again,
Yeah.
this is a very Widow favored map. Oh, that's a brave peek by Hinata when Sights is up.
They're also getting Microtech the resources they need. Koski's constantly booping people and he's getting bubbles.
As it looks like we are now pushing in as a Shatter comes out
Big
from Evan
Shatter.
Drakes. We're gonna get 3 people, it's gonna kill Fromage. However, Evan Drakes is gonna go down to Microtext. Hook comes out, Coalescence on contract, keeping everyone on the blue team alive. Responded with by Beat from Legend Blue from the red team. As it's just 3 from Dallas Doorknobs on this point. Zarya gets hooked.
Fang wins
Fangori-
the sniper duel there in
Yeah,
the back.
finally
It's
kills
2 here.
Microtext. Hanzo's gonna do a grab as it's just Whole Hog into that grab to try and kill. Gets 2. Hinata kills Koski Kid as Vex gets them off point. And they
Very
hold
nicely
before
done,
first point.
Dallas.
Dallas showing some life.
Score 0.
Is this gonna be a reverse sweep? Do I need to bring out the broom?
I don't know, man.
Initiating
I don't know.
match.
I mean, it makes sense if you have a Widow player is popping off as much as Microtext is right now, then why not pick maps that favor the Widow play? But if Dallas does take this map from LA Ninja Way, then hopefully LA Ninja Way would be smart enough to respond and pick a map that is not favorable for Widow.
You would think. You would think, but that might not be how it goes. I am interested to know why they hopped off the Winston. I do think that the dive was actually working pretty good to keep Microtext in check. But
True.
maybe Evan Drakes just doesn't feel as confident on the
Incoming.
the Winston as he
No,
does the Rhine.
he seemed very hesitant and not quite sure where to jump. As it looks like we're about to have some sneaky play
Ooh,
coming
see
out
Reaper.
as we have a crouching red team and a voice line from the Reinhardt belaying the crouch as he there we go, we're all crouching now. As it looks like they're gonna try and get a sneaky spawn hold. They kind of have to with that early thing. Let's look and see what Hinata on this Reaper can get. We have a Bastion Torb coming out from the team. Oh no, and it's Contrad instead of Koski on Mercy. Koski's on the Baptiste. Immortality's out early, but the Bastion will get the kill. As Bastion
pin, though,
gets
from
charred
Evan here.
from Evan Drakes, even though Microtext did get 2 kills. As it looks like they're gonna res in the middle of the team. Brave, insert Brave, as Evan Drakes just cleans up. Wrecking Ball and Koski just left on point. Although Evan Drakes finally goes down to a well-timed punch from Koski, and Hinata gets out after killing Fromage, as it looks like blue team has at least pushed them off the card itself and are starting to begin their push. And we have Fangor on this Widow, but let's see what everyone wants to see, I know, and that is some top-tier Bastion play.
I mean, it is a very good strat though here for this first push.
Look at Arisa's ass for the next 20 minutes. As Reaper pushes in, Shatter from behind.
Good
gets
Shatter.
Three, but the Immortality's already out. Immortality goes down. The Anti comes out onto Vex and the Bastion, as they both go down to Evan Drakes. Hanada gets rezzed by Insert, second time for that res, as Evan Drakes kills the turret. And Dallas Doorknobs is removed off point as Fangori gives a little love tap to Koski's skull.
Just a little love tap, no big deal.
Just a little bullet.
Does look like they're gonna have Valk here going into this fight. Bastion is gonna have tank formation here
Valk
soon.
on both sides. We have tank formation and window coming up. Ball goes in, gets a good boop on the whole team, but there is that Bastion heal. Even though the Anti comes out on the Bastion, Valk comes out early. Are they gonna engage off of this? No, they're gonna turret up and try and deal with the Widow shooting at them from above. They are gonna get the Widow, and now is the time to push in. They're gonna do the Bastion form. As we try and get the Widow, who's immediately been rezzed. Desperately trying to shoot out, gonna try and kill the balls as a Death Blossom comes in behind.
Big Death Blossom behind.
Nano Death Blossom, it's a full Beyblade comp. As LA Ninja Way denies Dallas Doorknob any further progress on this point.
Wow, they saved Valk there on that one too. I'm a little impressed.
It wasn't needed.
That's fair. So they're gonna have Shatter and Valk for this next fight. Looks like
And we've lost, as Microtex gets another pick on Legend, but back on the Widow. Gonna get rezzed immediately, but the mines are out on point. But not really in an ideal position. Window comes out, but is there anyone there to use it? It's really only Koski himself. Immortality comes out super early, as Microtex does get the Widow 1v1 in a little non-traditional way. Koski finally gets Evan Drakes. Wrecking Ball comes in, is gonna boop everyone up inside of the red team. As it looks like Dallas is gonna get progress. Koski sleeping on the job over here. As it's just the supports. Wrecking Ball and Reaper are now back on the point trying to defend. It looks like Wrecking Ball's going after Contrad in the back, but dashes to Fromage. Wrecking Ball is ready to stall on point. We have a Sombra coming out from Fangoria as Microtex gets another kill. Shatter comes out, gets two on point as Evan Drakes is back on point to assert that this is his payload.
Koski
and he
goes
will not be
down.
moving. Koski goes down.
ooh, Mercy hacks. She can't get the res off too
Vex
here.
gets insert. Hanada gets
Ooh, this
Vex.
Reaper's gonna
Both
get a lot of work here.
LA Ninja Way is super low. Microtex gets Hanada. That Ana, oh, if only they knew how low this Ana was. Wrecking Ball in
Yeah.
and Wrecking Ball out. Valk coming out from Dallas Doorknobs as they try. Immortality coming out super fucking early again. Responded to with the Wrecking Ball ult.
Big
Mines
mines
on
there.
point. Followed up
Double
by more
mines
mines on
there.
point. Fangori gets a kill onto Fromage in the back. It sounds like we have a grapple from Microtex as well as a Reaper hiding in the wings. Contract goes down to a fire strike as red team's here in full force. Shatter doesn't get anyone, but we do have a Valk coming out from
Over here.
the red side. As it's just two tanks and Koski on point. Immortality comes out to try and stabilize. Death Blossom comes out. That's going to kill both tanks on point. And now it's just Koski here with his little window. And Fromage with his dragon as he flies off point.
LA gonna take the game.
And that's a 3-0 from the
Pretty
LA
convincingly
Way.
too. This was the first map where I really thought Dallas was maybe gonna be able to win it.
True.
Play of the game.
Microtech again, man. This is 3 in a row.
Yeah. Ooh.
Ooh, that was nasty.
Oof.
Good shots there.
Damn. Go Microtex. And Koski with the healing card.
Weird sight to see.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, but definitely a good game on both sides. I don't think it was definitely not a steamroll by the LA Enjoy, although they did 3-0, so good on them for that. But Dallas Doorknobs definitely showed some life.
I agree.
Signs of life. Like, I think they need a little more time to kind of gel together. They have, like, Dallas Doorknobs has the pieces they need. I just think they need a little more time to kind of figure out what their strengths are, what their weaknesses are, and how to play around those. And again, good job on LA Najoy's part. We saw some really dominant Rhine play from Evan Drakes. Some
Yes.
amazing Rhine play, some good picks from Fangori. Insert had a couple of really good support plays on the Moira, I believe. And then Hinata also had some very good hit scan play. So, yeah. Like I said, I think Dallas, a couple more scrims with the team together, and I think they got something there.
Yep, they are still trying to piece together their team. They did just pick up Crimson tonight, and it seemed like it was a good pickup for them. Maybe they just need someone else here to shore up a DPS lineup here for Microtex. This Microtex, man, boy, that man popped off
True.
every map. But if you're the last one alive and you're popping off, it doesn't really help out for anybody.
Yep. All right. Welp, that's going to be the stream. So thanks everyone for tuning in. Thanks for participating in whatever this was. Hopefully you had fun. I'll catch you guys next time.